Hey, let's get in. Where's everyone from? Let's figure that out first. Everyone from, what brought you here, right? Let's ask. Yes, you got sound now. Yes, only 16 hours later. How about this? If anyone out there is a pro at live streaming, I will barter with you. In exchange for an Amazon experienced seller, I'll provide you guidance and you will teach this novice newbie how to actually use live streaming properly. I'm sure there's 6-year-olds out there that could do it better than I can. But what's cool is that if anyone that joins today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually provide insight on how to find reputable distributors, wholesalers, manufacturers, brands. I know that the gist of the masses, for some reason, everyone's talking about Alibaba. Everyone's saying go to Alibaba. Alibaba.com is the place to find products. Yes, it is a place if you know what you're looking for, but there are tons of other outlets, tons and tons of other ways and opportunities to source products, whether you're doing private label, whether you're doing wholesale, whether you want to sell name brand products, tons of other opportunities and ways to grab brands or grab manufacturers and begin to partner with them. And I think that's one of the things that's like the key components that's really missing for a lot of people is that for some reason everyone thinks like Alibaba to Amazon.com is the only way. And that's not the only way. It's by far as far from the truth as possible. So anyways, we're just getting started. Couple minutes in, and anyone who's joining, it's going to be a real treat. I'm going to be providing some information on how to find reputable distributors, wholesalers, suppliers. If you're unfamiliar with who I am, I'm Sebastian Swick. I'm from Amazon Lit. We are a top 50 Amazon.com reseller. Our specialty is private label brands and wholesaling name brands. So we have our 4 of our own brands, and then we also have exclusivity with brands, and then we also work with suppliers, wholesalers, distributors, and purchase, resell, flip products. That mixture is, how we grow our business. On average, we do about $2 million in sales a month on the U.S. On Amazon.com. We also do some business internationally. We do business with Walmart, Jet, eBay.com. And this is what we do. So anyone that's joining me right now, I love to know where you're from, what you're about, what brought you here, why you're on this. Are you on our Facebook page? Are you subscribed to our YouTube? Do you follow us on Instagram? Is that where you see most of the content that we drop? Or did you just kind of stumble across this tonight? If you did stumble across this, you're pretty lucky because I see the content that's out there. I see, and I follow some people in the Facebook groups. I follow some of the Facebook groups, and I see a lot of the misinformation and just a lot of, I guess, lack of information that's out there. So I want to know where is from. Where's everyone from? I got my triple monitors, which, by the way, with my buying team here, my buying team is in-house here. I'm in one of my offices here. I'm actually in the photo studio here. So you see we got the setup and everything over there. There's the rest of our offices over there. It's 5,000 square feet upstairs, and then if you follow us, we have a 20,000 plus square foot warehouse downstairs where we produce our products. If you saw my post earlier on Instagram today, we produced 7,300 ASIN units today, 12 pallets worth of product. We're shipping out tomorrow on a full truckload, 26. So I staff 30 35 employees here in the U.S. Plus, we work with a VA or two overseas. LA is in the house. LA, what's going on? I'm actually, you know what? Eric and I are actually going to be, Eric's my business partner. We're actually going to be in LA on March 6th or March 7th. There's more information coming. We're going to be posting it on our Facebook group, Amazon Lit, or on our Instagram, Amazon_lit. That's going to be on the 7th. We're going to be there. We're going to be doing like a free mastermind group, networking with a lot of sellers out there. We were just in Nashville, planning to be in Orlando soon. I'll be in Vegas on the 26th of February, and then Eric and I will be in Vegas at the end of March for a huge mastermind Amazon Lit group session that we're doing, and we're going to have, I'm hoping we get up to 100 people there. I really think we will too, because of the trade show that's going to be happening out there. We're going to be ASD, yes, Harrison. The ASD walkthrough is going to be phenomenal. We actually are going to be in California for the Anaheim Trade Show walkthrough. That's more for those people that want to get into the niche of the health organic supplement business. It's a huge market. It's, that's where I started. The business selling products on Amazon was the wholesale part of it was in that niche, which was more of a niche. Now it's not. Now it's pop culture. Everyone's trying to be healthy and, looking at the ingredients in the products, and it's phenomenal. I mean, it's so important. Health, wealth, happiness. But we're going to be in Anaheim on March 5th and 6th for the Anaheim Trade Show walkthrough. The 5th is already sold out, so we still have some spots left on the 6th. And what we do is we've been going to walk through to trade shows now for about 6 years, and spent a lot of money, a lot of time, made a lot of mistakes or learning experiences. And what we've learned through that is that what not to do and what to do, right? We have a template of how we go up to suppliers, wholesalers, distributor brands. We do our research beforehand. And Harrison, we're going to be providing you with some information about the suppliers that are going to be out there, some information about some of the research you can do on them before we go out there. The more prepared you are, the better. That is going to be provided to you in the next 2 weeks, give you plenty of time. Make sure that also, if you're going to the trade show, you have your business cards ready, some comfortable shoes. You want to have a pen, a pad. You want to get yourself an additional charger for your phone because you might be looking up products on Amazon while you're at the show, and you do not want your phone to die. So those are just some of the tidbits of stuff you're going to want to be prepared when doing a trade show walkthrough. So, I mean, let's get into it. We got 5 people here. Let's, any questions you guys have, I'd love to answer them. This is what I'm here for. Give you a little background story. I quit my job as a bartender, waiter, had zero experience selling on Amazon. I was renting a house, and out of that house that I was renting with a few people, I decided to start selling on Amazon because I heard there was an opportunity there, and I began going to Costco's and purchasing products and flipping them online, retail arbitrage. Slowly after that, I moved into my first warehouse, and it was only 1,000 square feet, didn't even have a bathroom in there. Don't ask what I had to do. Had to survive. And slowly grew from there. Got my first employees, and then moved into a 2,500 square foot warehouse. Slowly after that, 5,000 square foot warehouse. Then the landlord of the building we were in, he had a space next door. We asked if we could put a hole in the wall to get to it. So we put a hole in the wall, a little bit larger than a pallet size hole. And we took on another space there, brought us to 7,500 square feet. By the time we were done in that building, we had put 3 holes in the wall and had 10,000 square feet. We couldn't grow there anymore. So we ended up moving to the facility that we're at now, which is 5,000 square feet of office space upstairs, where I have my buyers, my admin, my price analyst. She handles the repricing, making sure that the software is working correctly, making sure that the pricing on all of our channels are working correctly. And then I also have my developers in-house for the software that we're developing, and some of that software we're going to be providing to sellers this year in 2020. Some of the software that we used that scaled us from 10 million a year to over 30 million a year on the multiple channels that we sell on. So there's just a lot of cool stuff happening with Amazon Lit. And anyone new, I would highly recommend following us on Instagram, Amazon_lit, joining our Facebook page and our Facebook group. Myself and my business partner Eric are always responding. Going to our website, amazonlit.com. We have plenty of great content that we're putting in there. We just opened up that website a couple weeks ago. So, follow us and learn. We love to hear from you. We love to hear from people that we worked with. We've helped over 200 sellers in the past year and a half grow their business. And, this is what we do. I hear of other people, and I'm not knocking them, other people who sell a few products and then they drop a course, and you see the clients that they work with and their success. And I gotta say, I have yet to see clients that have the success like some of ours. Our biggest one, Ryan out of Michigan, he's doing about $650,000 a month on Amazon right now. That was his December numbers. I don't know what his January numbers were, but I know in December that was his number. He's doing over $500,000. When we started working with him, he was in a basement. No, he wasn't in a basement. I was in a basement. He was in a garage of his parents' house. Now he's got his first warehouse. He has 4 or 5 employees now, and he's wheeling and dealing. He texted me earlier today. Had a question about pallets, and that's the type of relationship that we build with people. And I hope anyone who follows us, could vouch for that. I've yet to see somebody that says that Amazon Lit is not the real deal. So, I value that. Eric and myself, our goal for 2020 is to over-deliver. So that's what we're here to do. So let's get right into it. Speaking of over-delivering, let me just say, everyone goes to Alibaba. I don't know why when they private label, they go to Alibaba. In 2011, I too was looking at Alibaba. Are there opportunities there? Of course. Is it oversaturated? It's saturated. I don't think it's oversaturated. I mean, there's so much opportunity. We're still at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to e-commerce. So if anyone's new and thinking that you're too late in the e-commerce game, you're absolutely wrong. There's plenty of opportunity. 2019 was our best year to date. We've been selling online on Amazon for 7 years now, and every year we're doing better and better. So is it becoming more saturated? Yes, but it's also becoming more saturated with consumers, and those consumers are buying more on a daily basis. It's becoming the norm, especially as the older generation who wasn't accustomed to purchasing online, I don't want to say they weed out, but what's a good way of saying it? There's less of them, and then there's more of the new generation that they grow up with this. Like my daughter at 3 years old, she already knew how to use an iPad better than I did. So that generation, they're only going to know e-commerce. Besides restaurants and other services that are provided, I don't know how the retail stores are going to survive. Are they still surviving? Absolutely. Are some of them thriving? Yes and no. 90% of all retail in the U.S. is still brick and mortar, meaning that it's done in physical store locations, but that is changing dramatically by the day. I welcome you. This is my first live YouTube stream. Never done it before. Believe it or not, we do have 40,000 plus followers on Instagram. We have a very nice following of Facebook that we just really started growing recently. We've been mainly Instagram guys, and now we're expanding into the other platforms, trying to bring value and content to you. If you guys don't know about Amazon Lit, we're a top 50 Amazon seller. Our specialty is everything. Seriously though, we have our own private label brands. We have 4 brands of our own. We have exclusivity with other brands. We work with wholesalers, distributors,
we advertise for brands, we do fulfillment for brands, and not only fulfillment to Amazon, but we do fulfillment for one brand. We do it for their TJ Maxx and their Home Goods and Marshalls accounts. And then another part of our business is wholesale ourselves. So we have connections with over 40 distributors and wholesalers. We work with about 20 of them. 10 we're placing weekly orders with, 20 of them maybe monthly, but then we have another 20 to 30 that we don't really tap into. And with them, what we do is we provide you their wholesale accounts. We put a service charge on top of that, and you're not going to get the pricing that we offer. It just doesn't happen. It's worked really well for a lot of people out there. And essentially, if you're interested, you could contact me at Sebastian@avidwholesale.com. Simply, I send you a list once a week. You take a look at it. If you're interested, we ship it to you, or we can ship it directly to Amazon from our fulfillment center downstairs in our warehouse. Either way works. But back to what the topic is, which is finding reputable wholesalers, distributors, and suppliers. The best way that we found, and I don't know why it's not talked about more, is trade shows. It's networking. It's face-to-face. Growing a successful business is the same thing like growing any successful relationship in life. You're not going to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend over the phone or through a camera on your computer. It's just not going to happen. I mean, it could happen, but how solid is the foundation going to be, right? It's not going to have a solid foundation. And we found that it is the same in business. You need to meet with these suppliers, meet with these distributors, meet with these brands face to face. And the place you're going to meet them is at their industry trade shows, whether it's a pet show down in Florida, whether it's a hardware and tool show out in Texas, whether you're going to a health supplement show in California, like the one that we're going to be out in, which, by the way, that Anaheim Trade show is coming up. We're March 5th and 6th. March 5th is already completely booked. If you're interested, you can check it out at calendly.com/AmazonLit/Anaheim. That's in the description too. You can take a look at that. But essentially what it is we walk the floor with you. We introduce you to different distributors and suppliers that we know work with e-commerce companies. It's very small. It's more of a VIP inner circle. I would say if you don't have experience selling online at all, this might not be the best bet for you. I would suggest following more of our content and learning the ins and outs of selling online using Seller Central, getting really crafted in all their techniques, crafting your own techniques as far as all the different tools that they offer, right? All the different tools, analytics, and insights that Amazon does offer. Amazon is transparent. Unfortunately, it's spread out a little bit everywhere. There's dozens of reports that you have to compile together to be able to get a full picture of what's going on. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to provide to people, whether you're using multiple softwares to do that or whether you want to do it yourself, depending on where you are in your business, you can do that. Because the most important thing, the thing that I see most Amazon sellers fail at, is that they don't know their numbers. They see the top line, which is the revenue, which is the sales coming in. Sweden, Johan, what's going on, man? How are you, Sweden? You see the top line numbers, which is the sales coming in, but you don't see the bottom line number. My numbers right here, that 1.8 million that we did in 30 days, that's less than we were doing last year for February. For that 30-day span. I was looking at it. But our bottom line has grown 7 percentage points, at least when I compare 2019 to 2018. I haven't done a comparison year to year from the beginning or year to date yet. So I know we're very healthy right now, but it's gone up 7 percentage points. And how do you do that? You do that by sourcing better. You do that by negotiating better. You do that by building more solid relationships with the brands that you work with. You do that by understanding Amazon Seller Central and then bringing value to these brands. So at this Anaheim Trade show that I'm going to be going to, there's going to be over 400 new brands that don't have any presence, let alone e-commerce presence. They're willing to work with you. They're willing to set up terms, which means that essentially they send you the product and then in a 30-day period, 45, 60-day period, you pay them back for those products, or you can even set it up where you don't pay for the products. You handle the logistics and fulfillment and creating of the listings for these companies, and then they pay you commission. If you're unfamiliar with how to do that, then you find a mentor that will show you how to do that. First you say yes to them, then you quickly find a mentor that knows their info. So start looking for mentors that know their info, whether it's, myself or anyone out there that really, really understands Amazon and has a solid grasp, not somebody that might have sold a few 100,000 products, but someone that has a solid foundation. Find someone and they will show you the way. I mean, I know early on for myself to grab brands, we would say, yes, we could do it. And at that point, but what we did was we put ourselves with our back to the wall and then we had to learn it. We were forced to quickly figure it. And that's how I learned the ins and outs of PPC campaigns. That's how I learned the ins and outs of creating listings, enhanced brand content, building Amazon storefronts, removing sellers from listings that aren't authorized, making sure others are abiding by MAP pricing, creating listings that nobody else can get on, even if the brand sells that product in a store, just by the value of bundling products, because these are the same products that are in store, but we bundle them together to provide a different experience, a different tangible product to the customer. So there's so much value that you can bring to a brand. Once you realize that building a business is all about building provide to them, right? So if you remember maybe one of your first love affairs, one of your first relationships, you really wanted to show off to that significant other, show that person that you were the one, you would go above and beyond. This is what you need to do. It's the same concept when building a relationship early on with a brand, a supplier, a distributor, a manufacturer, a wholesaler. You want to make sure that they're wowed by who you are, and then they're wowed by your business, wowed by your integrity, wowed by the way that you present yourself, and then that relationship is going to flourish. See, we have distributors and suppliers that we work with that they provide us deals before they provide them to anyone else. Or if they have certain closeouts that are going to be populating in the next couple of days, they let us know first before they let others know. Why? Because of the value that we bring them, because we show them that we care, and because we help them. There are times with some of our distributors where they need to move product, and this might be a product that doesn't move well, and we know we're going to have to drop the price if we take it on and maybe break even, and we'll do that to help them move a product, because I know in the long run it's going to be repaid 20 times over, right? Because as large as a seller as we are on Amazon, the brands that we work with and the distributors that we work with are billion-dollar companies. Some of our suppliers are Fortune 50 private companies. So we know by helping them out on these small things, it's going to repay itself tenfold, 100-fold in the long run. One of the most important things to get out of this is that when you're growing a relationship, to remember that that's exactly what it is. This business to business is the same thing as a person to person relationship. You have to always ask them, what can I help you with? Is there anything going on that you need help with right now? Please let me know. Reach out to them once in a while. Get to know them. Get to know their family. Ask. And that's what it's about. let's go back to the Alibaba thing, because Alibaba is an opportunity, but there are plenty of other opportunities out there. Like a lot of the trade shows that we go to, like the one in Anaheim, there's going to be different manufacturers, different farmers, different companies, brokers from around the world who are introducing products from Costa Rica, South America, India, around the world. They have established these relationships with these companies, but they don't have established relationships in the U.S. These are perfect opportunities for sourcing products. Perfect that I'm telling you right now, this is how we've grown our business the way we have, because everyone else is jumping on the Alibaba bandwagon while we're going to these other countries that are begging for Amazon sellers to work with them. And people just don't know about it. I don't know why it's not brought up to the masses, but this is what the value of going to these trade shows is. Any sector you want to go into, if you want to look into the health and household, type in, household trade shows. One of the largest ones in the world is in Chicago. Or health and supplements, literally the largest show for trade show for organic products, health supplements products is in California, in Anaheim, and it's happening in about 3 weeks. So stay on top of the industry that you want to start in, and pick an industry in the beginning and run with it. Just run with it, because if you become an expert in that industry, you'll understand the ins and outs, the trends, and you will grow a successful Amazon business. And then you could bring team members on to handle other industries and other categories. That's why I have a buying team. I'm not an expert in all those fields, but I do have a buyer whose family has had over 30 years experience in sports memorabilia, another buyer who knows the sneaker and apparel game, another buyer who's my health and supplements buyer, my beauty buyer, my grocery gourmet products buyer, and these people have become experts in those categories, allowing me to continue to grow my business here. But it started with me picking one category and running with it. A great source. Write this down, guys. Here it comes. A great source for finding reputable manufacturers if you want a private label. ThomasNet.com. ThomasNet.com. I don't know why that's not talked about more. You can find reputable suppliers in the U.S. who private label or white label products. So what's going on? Any questions? I want to hear from you out there. I want to know what's going on. I want to know I got a few people in here, and I'd love to know what your biggest hurdles right now are on Amazon, or any questions you have pertaining to Amazon, and watch. This is your time. We're about 30 minutes in right now, so I want to answer any questions that you may have pertaining to Amazon. I'm here for you. Listen, throw it at me. I guarantee I have an answer for you. Try me. I don't want to end this stream yet, as it's my first one. Going hard for about 30 minutes. But if we don't have any questions, we're going to come to an end. And if you are interested in learning more about trade show walkthroughs, if you do want to know more about them, you could, and you're thinking about joining us at our next trade show walkthrough. The next one we have is in Anaheim, and then we do a big one, one of the biggest ones for general merchandise, ASD. That's going to be in Las Vegas at the end of March. And if you are interested in learning more, reach out to us. AmazonLit.com. Our phone number's there. And also, you can reach out to me at Sebastian@amazonlit.com, or you can even give me a call at 856-491-2750. Here we go, a couple questions here. Would you recommend having a dedicated website? No. I hear a lot of that. Listen, we have our AmazonLit.com website, and it has nothing to do with growing relationships with brands. I don't want you to get it wrong. I've seen some other wholesalers, smaller Amazon wholesalers, mentioning, you need a storefront, you need a website, and it's the wrong way to go about it. Everyone knows what's going on in Amazon, right? All these brands, all these suppliers know what's going on. And if you have your own website and all of a sudden you start buying these large quantities because the products start moving, the relationship's going to end because you built it on a lie. Instead, what you do is you look at that ASIN, and then you look at that ASIN's competitors, right? So you have that brand, and then you look at that brand's competitors, and you're going to find an ASIN of the competitor who's doing better than the brand that you're researching, and you're going to find out why. Maybe it's got better images, maybe it's got video, maybe it's got enhanced brand content, maybe it's not oversaturated with sellers dropping the price, and then you're going to tell that brand, you're going to give that brand a call, and you're going to say, hey, you have a phenomenal brand. However, one of your competitors is doing better on Amazon. There's no way that they should be, because your brand is superior to theirs. So you're going to boost them up a little bit. You pump them up, and you're going to say, I could help you fix this. I may not have the largest Amazon business, but what I do have is a small team that's going to personalize and cater to your needs, and I guarantee that than your competitors on Amazon. Give me a 60-day shot, and if it doesn't work out by then, we could part ways, and you have nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. And you'll be surprised how many are willing to work with you. And then if you ever got any questions about anything that they're throwing at you, go to AmazonLit.com, book a session with us, or ask in a Facebook group, and make sure that the information you're getting from that Facebook group is from somebody that really knows their shit. Don't get thrown off by somebody who doesn't know their shit, right? And then you're gonna do the wrong thing from the brand and possibly lose that relationship. So I always say, I said in the beginning, say yes to the brand. Whatever they need, say yes. And then when you have your back to the wall, you're forced to figure it out, even if you don't know it. But you will learn it. You'll be amazed at what you learn when your back's to the wall. It's like the last night before a project's due, and all of a sudden you start cramming to get it done. It's that same mindset. As soon as you're in that go mode and your momentum changes, you'll be amazed at the things you can accomplish. So my mentors network, I would say no, you don't need a dedicated website. That's the short end of the very long end that I just gave. Do you guys use UPS for shipments? What's the pros and cons of that versus the default? I believe you meant UPS, Will. You put IPS. But yes, we do use UPS for a lot of our shipments. We also use Amazon Shipping, Amazon's logistic network. Now they're their own courier, so we use them, as well as FedEx. It all depends on where it's going and what the price comparison is. You could use a program called Shipping Station to get price comparisons. They are very fairly priced, I think, for like their lowest base software monthly price is like $9.99 a month or something, and you could connect all the different couriers to it and all the different channels if you sell on Jet, Walmart.com, eBay.com. So that would be the best way going about it. Now, if you're shipping products directly to Amazon, then UPS would be a great way to go if you're still doing small parcel, because it's a partner carrier. So if there's any issues, if any of the product if any of the boxes are lost or any of the product is damaged during transport, you'll be able to get reimbursed for that. So that is the huge advantage of using UPS. Plus, Amazon gives you their volume discounts when you use their partner carrier. We, however, when we ship to Amazon, we ship everything in truckloads. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see I just posted something about us sending out a full truckload yesterday, and now we produced another 12 pallets because we have a full truckload going out tomorrow night as well to an Amazon fulfillment center. We are SWAT ALP. We are new in wholesale business and try to get all the topics. You and Eric are big following this way. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. What's your criteria when you choose profitable products? We like to have a diverse portfolio. It's the same thing like investing. We have slow moving products that have very high margins. We have faster moving products that have lower margins. We have our own private label. We have wholesale. We have direct with brands. The way that we verify that a product is worth it is by using Keepa, right? So a lot of new sellers, the mistake that they make is that they see a product and it's profitable, but it's profitable today. Amazon is like the stock market. The environment on those listings is constantly changing. So what's profitable today may not be the same tomorrow or the following day. So what you need to do is you need to use a program called Keepa. We started using it heavy about 3 years ago when a couple of the Amazon category managers came to visit us when they were in the New York City area. So they came by to my office. They wanted to meet and discuss some opportunities that were happening on Amazon. And we got into discussion, and they were showing me one of the products I sell. They had a question about it, and when the gentleman showed me his laptop, he had Keepa on there, and I was like, "You use Keepa?" And he said, "What else would I use?" And same thing when I was at the Seattle headquarters a few months ago, meeting with my Amazon account rep and meeting with seller performance team and a couple other teams there. They use Keepa. They use Keepa for data analytics. Now, I don't know, maybe the ones higher up the scale, obviously, they have their own analytics that they use. But these guys that, work for Amazon, that are category managers, and, my account rep and people on the seller performance, they use Keepa. So I know that Keepa is instrumental for our business, growing it. They've done a phenomenal job. And no, I don't get commission from Keepa. Keepa doesn't pay me. I don't own any part in Keepa. I just know Keepa has done a phenomenal job in helping my team to grow this business that we have. Johans, I'm trying to find suppliers through trade shows in the UK with 10 times and similar, but find it quite hard to find any distributors there. Are there something similar to ASD in the UK? I don't know of trade shows there. I do know there's a very large board game and toy show that happens in Germany. There's a few large trade shows in Germany, but I don't know offhand in the UK, Johans. I have 600 leads, branded distributors so far to start contacting. Not sure whether that is enough to start or keep. No, that's enough to start. You should have started when you had one. You start with one and you keep building it up every day, but there's no reason to build 600. Jeez, you have more than I do. I have plenty of leads. But we're not looking right now, but we have plenty of leads that we can reach out to. We don't even have 600 that we're going to reach out to right now. But then again, we don't even have, we just have too many distributors that we're currently working with. Start contacting them now. Some of the things that I said, you provide them with that spiel, that you show them some rapport. Tell them that you will bring value. Look at that distributor, or if it's a brand, look at that brand and look at that brand's competitors. If it's a distributor, you could use a program called a website called Owler. It's like owl, but with ER at the end, so owler.com, where it gives you insight into, you type in a distributor or supplier, and it gives you insight to their competitors, gives you insight to how revenue, their team, and all that information. So, one of the things that we use, one of the techniques we used early on was kind of pitting distributors against each other, telling them that, hey, we're in contact with so-and-so distributor, knowing that it's their competitor. However, they don't have as extensive a catalog as you. Once again, I'm boosting this distributor. I think there'd be a great opportunity for us to work together. And then simply don't have to go deeper today. You sell on Amazon. A lot of people, what they do, they put themselves in a hole. All you say is, can you please send me over your forms to set up terms. And if you do, can you send me over a credit application as well? You sound very professional. You sound like anybody else who's in the brick and mortar industry would. They don't question it. They help you. Most these brands, most these distributors, suppliers, wholesalers don't have issues with Amazon sellers. They have issues with the inexperience that a lot of these sellers have. So they're worried about the inexperience. That's what they're concerned about. That they're going to have these inexperienced buyers purchasing incorrectly from them, whether it's a brand possibly hindering their brand's reputation online, or if it's a distributor contacting them a million times, asking questions and just not buying enough product. I know because we wholesale as well, and a lot of we get a lot of crazy questions. Like somebody will send me an email and with the UPC that we offer, and then ask, is this the correct ASIN for it? You can't do that. Like, listen, this is a supplier. You're a business now. You got if you don't know if it's the correct ASIN, then you need to maybe ask in a Facebook group, or you need to get yourself a mentor and get that figured out. Get it figured out. You can't be going and asking a wholesaler or supplier if this is the right ASIN, or asking them 3,000 questions about the product. You're just building a relationship. It's becoming one-sided. They're doing more for you and you're providing nothing yet. So you got to be mindful. You're growing a business. And that wasn't necessarily pointed at anyone there. I just want to let that saturate for everyone listening. Juan Garcia, what do you think about the gaming niche for FBA? There's opportunity. There's opportunity. It's hard if you're talking about like PS4 games and stuff that are brand new, just because there's only a few large suppliers and they work with a few sellers, but there is opportunity to get in. If you're looking at some niche gaming stuff, if you're looking at the components, the accessories, dude, it's a $1 billion industry. It's growing so rapidly, and it's going to continue to grow. Why wouldn't you want to jump on that bandwagon? Absolutely. We dabble with it. What is the best way to start if you have no experience? Best way to start is to open up an Amazon account, get yourself the Keep a Chrome extension, and then begin with retail arbitrage. You need to learn the fundamentals and techniques, right? And follow some people online that know what the hell they're doing. So what you're going to do with all this information is now you're going to start doing some retail arbitrage. Find stores around your way that have discounted products on clearance. Begin scanning those products. Quickly go back to hopefully you have a laptop. Hopefully you have hotspot on your phone, and you can do it in your car. If not, you're going to drive home quickly and go back to your Amazon seller app, and you're going to go look at the products that you scanned and look them up online using Keepa to make sure that they're not only profitable today, but with Keepa you can see their average for the past 90 days. You can see what the average price has been. You can see what the average ranking has been, so you can get a gauge of its velocity. You can see how many offers, meaning how many sellers have been selling on there for the past 90 days. This is all stuff that myself and Eric really dive deep into. Whether you're doing a mentorship with us, or whether you're in our inner circle and you're doing the one-on-ones with us, or whether you're going to be going to our trade shows and really going deep with us, because at our trade show, not only are we walking the floor with you, but then afterwards we're doing a very deep inner circle Q&A, going into deep detail about all things Amazon. Like right now, what we're doing is just touching the tip of the surface of the information that we provide at the trade shows. And if anyone's interested, we're going to be in Anaheim at that trade show. If you want to get yourself into the game, situated and footed correctly, Anaheim Trade Show walkthrough. We're closing that this Thursday at 11:59 PST. So we already have 2 days sold out. The last day we have available right now is March 6th. It's only because we bring 8 8 people with us per day. We don't go into big groups. So 4 go with Eric, 4 go with me. He introduces you guys to some distributors and suppliers. I introduce you guys to some distributors, suppliers, and brands that we've worked with or that we know work with e-commerce. And you get reputable suppliers to start growing your Amazon business. And then at the end of the day, we go out for dinner, and that's when we do our masterclass, really deep diving into Amazon, growing a fruitful business. If you're interested in that, let me know. We also have a link to that in our description here. It's calendly.com/AmazonLit/Anaheim. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, this is where you go from just being a seller to being a business. This is where the opportunities are. Too many people, for some reason, and it's good. I mean, that's why our business keeps growing, but too many people for some reason don't understand that there's, like, literally at this show there's over 5,000 suppliers and brands. It's ridiculous. We work with about 40 distributors and suppliers all together. We have relationships with a dozen brands. Like, there's only so much of the pot that we can grab. There's a lot out there, and we have to pass on a lot of just these great brands and great opportunities because we already have these established relationships, and for some reason nobody's talking about the trade shows. It's good for those people that are here right now. It's good for those people that follow Amazon Lit and are interested in it, because this is the next step in the evolution in the process. As more and more of Amazon becomes direct to brand, and brands working directly with third-party sellers, you need to grab your fair share. And it only takes one really good brand to take you to the next level. That's all it does. It just takes one. You don't need to have 20 or 30. It just takes one. In your opinion, what is the best niche to sales on Amazon? My opinion would be, you just find a niche. I always say, like, as long as you become the expert in it, if you become the expert in whatever you're doing, you're going to be successful. Like, there's plumbers who do plumbing on a small scale, and then there's the plumber who does the plumbing for Yankee Stadium. Right? So, and that's the same thing in any focus in life, any route that you decide to take. As long as you decide to become an expert in it, I decided to become an expert in Amazon, all things Amazon, all things selling on Amazon. I don't do a niche of just wholesale on Amazon. I don't do a niche of just private label on Amazon. I don't do a niche of just fulfilling for other brands on Amazon. I don't do a niche of just advertising, building brands on Amazon, EBC, enhanced brand content on Amazon. I do all things pertaining to selling on the Amazon marketplace. So that encompasses all of it. And it takes up all of my time, but I love it. I love it, and that's why I do it. So find something that you enjoy, because if you enjoy that niche, you're going to be great at it, right? Like, if I could tell you, like, there's a great opportunity in crocheting and the parts and accessories for crocheting, but if you don't know about it and you don't want to learn about it, then it really doesn't matter. But if you love it, like, you're going to stick to it and you're going to learn the ins and outs of it, and you're going to be the goddamn best crocheter there's ever been, or supplier of crochet products that there's ever been. Tons of compilations. So, yeah, it is a great offer. It's a great offer, and it's closing. Like I said, we already have 2 days sold out. The last 2 people already signed up for it. So there's literally 5 spots left for the show. It's a very small, intimate crowd. We're gonna, once you sign up, what happens is we send you a welcome packet with all the information that you need to know for the show. The next thing you're gonna want to do is book yourself a hotel room, and then we're going to meet the morning of March 6th early on, right in front of the trade show. We'll give you exactly for the day. We give you the roadmap of who we're going to be meeting with, what suppliers we're going to be meeting with. Mind you, before the show, some recommendations as to brands you should look at, especially those brands that are new to Anaheim, to the trade show, because they might have been only in existence for 6 months, and they're not even established in brick and mortar yet, let alone e-commerce. So we're going to give you in the floor, introducing you to them. Then we're going to have you stand back as we go up to a couple brands that we've never dealt with and show you how we convince them that we provide value to them, and then hopefully by the end of the day, I know by the end of the day, brands. I mean, you should have seen at the last show that we did, and this show only happens once a year. The last time we did a show, I remember a couple of the guys, they were going up. By the end, man, they were laughing with the brands. They were building relationships, because that's what it's about. You get comfortable and you realize this is about building a relationship. And then when that's all said and done, when you now have these established relationships, you're going to go home and go through their catalogs and start building your first orders. Before you do all that, we're going to go out for dinner, where we're going to have a Q&A with this inner circle here, and we're going to go deep dive. Like, the things that I'm talking about here on this stream is the tip of the iceberg of the information that's going to be provided that night at our dinner that we're going to be having. I mean, we're going to go deep dive into Amazon. If your mind doesn't explode by the end of it, there's something wrong with you. We promise to over-deliver. I mean, that's what we do. I mean, this is just a live stream, and I'm sure you guys, anyone that's watching right now, who else is dropping content the way we do? So that's what it's about. Go to the description now. There's literally 5 spots left. 2 of them got taken today for the March 6th. It was crazy, because the other 2 we sell it out by day. So we were selling out we sold out the 5th the day before, yesterday or the day before. The 5th was sold out, and then we opened up this. It was yesterday, because we opened up the 6th this morning, and literally 2 guys from Boston booked it this morning. So we only got 5 spots left. So it's in the descriptions, or it's calendly.com/AmazonLit/Anaheim. It's a steal. It's a steal for what we're doing. It's a steal that instead of spending months and months trying to establish relationships with suppliers and distributors and wholesalers, in a 1-day period, you will have more distributors, suppliers, and brands. You'll have hundreds of business cards and leads that you're going to walk away with. Just the information provided, you wouldn't be able to gather in a year and 2 years. So yeah, it is a steal, and there is 5 spots left, and that's and they're gonna go. I know they're gonna go. If they don't go tonight, they're gonna go by tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, which I don't even think we're going to get there. And this is the last day of the trade show. We've already offered all the other days, so it is the last day. It's March 6th. So as soon as you sign up, what happens is we send you an email, we confirm it, we welcome you to the Amazon Lit family, and then from there, you'll be getting your welcome packet, and then from there, we'll be sending you some information, including, you'll be included in our Instagram close friends, so you can stay with all the daily content that we provide. You can stay up to par with it, and that's just for our close friends group. You'll be part of that, and all in all, you'll be part of the family. Like I said, I have clients that text me on a regular basis. One of our larger clients, I think our biggest success, Ryan, he does, like I said, about $500,000 a month on Amazon. He texted me earlier today asking me some questions about pallets. That's the relationships we establish. We establish relationships where they can just call or text us. How long is the walkthrough? The walkthrough's all day. So it's the entirety of the day. It's the entirety of the day until your feet start bleeding. No, but also wear comfortable shoes. Make sure you wear comfortable shoes when you get, because the first year I wore dress shoes. It's small things like that. It's small things like that that no one tells you. Like, don't wear dress shoes, because by 11 o'clock you're not going to be able to talk to brands, because you can't even concentrate because your feet are swelling up. But it is an all-day event. And then after the event is going to be followed by a dinner, which is going to be our mastermind class. So we're going to deep dive into it. So make sure to jump in on that. How can you protect yourself, defend from IP complaints? My mentor network. Hope you're still here. And if you're not, we're going to drop that for somebody else. So you protect yourself with IP complaints by using Keepa. How? I'm glad you asked. You go to the bottom right, and in the bottom right in Keepa, it's something called More Historical Data. You click on that, and then you'll see some live offers. And if you see a drop in live offers means sellers. They call it offers, but what it means is sellers. Or offers on the listing, I guess that is correct. Sellers. And if you see that, hey, on February 10th, there was 21 sellers, and then on February 12th, there was one seller, and then from there it stays like around 3-4 sellers. You know there was a blanket IP complaint that was filed by that brand. And if you want to dive deeper into that, feel free to give us a shout out on amazonlit.com/services. You can set up a phone call with myself or Eric, and we'll guide you through it. You know, the reason that we do the mentorships is because it's custom. It's a way for somebody to get questions answered that are customized versus courses, which are a more cookie cutter approach. At least the courses that I've seen out there. But that's soon going to change. Tons of compilations, man. If you got any questions, like I said, feel free to give me a call. You can call me now. We could even talk about this trade show walkthrough before the show happens. My number's 856-491-2750. Soon as you join, I'll send you some welcome information, and we'll be sending over a welcome packet. And we look forward to having you join us in Anaheim. It's gonna blow your mind. You're gonna have a great experience. We over deliver with everything we do, and just ask the people who follow us. That's all I say. You know, people always ask me, you know, do you have testimonials? I say, well, yeah, actually, we do have testimonials on our AmazonLit.com page, but we also have 50,000 plus testimonials with all the people that follow us. So ask any one of them, is Amazon Lit the real deal? We do these Q&As all the time, by the way, you know, and I don't see anyone else out there live streaming Q&As like this where you just ask the questions and we deep dive into them. Well, kind of deep. We go. What margin should you look for starting out? You know, at the beginning, if you're really just starting, and if I missed any questions, I'll jump back up to them. I don't think I'm skipping you guys. I apologize if I did. I will go back in a second and look. I see Dion asked a question about Mattel a while ago. I'll get back to you and Dion in 1 second. Let me answer this question here. So when you're starting, if you're brand new, brand spanking new, I don't know why they tell you to look for these margins. Start with selling on Amazon. Learn the foundation of selling, and it's okay if you break even. It's okay if you make a couple pennies on $100, $200, $300. Think about the money that you spent in school, right? To learn. This is what you're doing in the beginning. You're learning. Remember, this is you learning, and then I promise if you continue to learn, you will thrive. You'll become an expert. As long as you love it, you'll become an expert at it. And, you know, that's how it was for me. I was a bartender and a waiter with zero experience, but I loved it. And so I grew with it, and it's now become a part of me. It's become a part of me. Only thing that's missing is an Amazon Lit tattoo on my ass. That's it. But yeah, so I would say if you're brand new, you know, it's okay to be at a 10% profit margin. It's okay, and it's okay if things don't work out the way that you wanted to the first time, because it's a learning experience. I would not recommend going deep dive into private label right from the beginning, spending $5,000 if you don't understand the fundamentals of selling on Amazon. Is private label a great option? Yes, private labels are phenomenal. fundamentals of selling, and the best way to learn is through doing a little retail arbitrage where you're maybe spending $100 going into a store, buying some products on clearance, or discount, and then reselling them. And how are you going to do that? You're going to use your Amazon seller app. You're going to scan that product, and you're not going to buy it there. You're going to quickly go into your car with your laptop, turn on the hotspot. You have Keepa, and you're going to make sure that the product isn't just hot today. You're going to make sure that the product isn't of value just today. Or you can purchase it as long as they allow for returns. You purchase it in case you're worried it's not going to be there, and then you go home before sending it to Amazon, and you make sure to use Keepa to make sure that it's meeting those patterns that you're looking for, meeting that profit margin that you're looking for, that the median average of the price is at a profit that's sustainable for you. That the velocity is sustainable for you, that it's not just boom today because it's a seasonal item, like you're going to be selling, chocolate roses. Obviously right now is a hot commodity, but on February 15th, chocolate hearts and chocolate roses aren't going to be such a hot commodity. So that's why you need to use Keepa in your business. Andy, yes, we do have a mentorship program. We've helped over 200 clients, and that's why the guy Ryan, who I was mentioning, from Michigan, who does over $500,000 a month, he was one of our clients who was part of the 8-week mentorship. And he still texts me now today. Eric and I were on a phone call with him last week, just shooting the shit. It wasn't part of the mentorship, but that's what happens once you become part of the Amazon Lit family. So if you go to amazonlit.com/services, you'll find our mentorships, whether it's a quick phone call you want to have, 15 minutes, ask a couple questions, or whether you want to go full dive deep into an 8-week program. The 8-week program is really an 8-session program. So some of our clients want to do it consecutively, one every week, and other clients want to spread it out over a 4-month, 5-month period, depending on their growth and needs and the questions that come up. So as questions come up in their business, they schedule a phone call and we take it from there. It's fully customized. We dive deep into all the information that they want to know. And, I'm proud to say I'm an expert in the information that they want to know, because I studied the shit out of it, because I worked 20 hours yesterday, because I was in this office at 8 o'clock this morning after leaving at 1 o'clock last night, and here I am again. It's 1 in the morning again. So that's why. And I've been doing it in this pattern for about 7 years now. Dion, I apologize, brother. I hope you're still here. I'm a new seller on Amazon. I'm gated in Mattel, but I have a wholesale supplier. What is the process of getting ungated? And how do I send labels to my distributor? Okay. First things first, Dion, why wouldn't you want to bring the products in-house? Well, I know it's going to take a little bit more work, but if your distributor is not bundling products for you, which I know they're not, they might just polybag it, but it's not going to be a 2-pack, 4-pack, 6-pack that they're making, and they're just stickering a single product for you and then sending it out. How easy is that? And if it's that easy, why wouldn't other people do it? And if other people are doing it, are you sure you're not going to jump on a listing that's oversaturated? As long as your distributor is a reputable distributor and they are a known distributor supplier, which is considered to be Amazon authorized or authenticated rather, as long as you order 10 or more individual units of that Mattel product, and the supplier knows how to structure the invoice correctly, meaning that it has your business address as the same business address that you applied for your Amazon seller account, that your email address is in there, that the supplier's information is all in there, and that the UPC is also part of that product description, you will get ungated. Especially for Mattel. Mattel's not a hard one. I tried to open up an account recently a couple of years ago with Mattel directly, but they weren't having it. Oh well, I'll try again soon. Johan, nice. Good, yeah, man. Except I'm definitely not a guru. That's the only thing. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. That's I sell on Amazon. I got 35 employees. Oh, we're a top 50 Amazon seller. Gurus are guys that scaling down and sort of looking for other forms of monetary self. Maybe not all, but shit. I call it how I see it, and I know a lot of other people do too. So, if you follow us, you'll know that our business. Why does our business keep growing? Because we're doing this. We're doing this 24/7. So we might not, the difference between us is we might not have a bright sports car on the road or parked in my warehouse, because that's not what I'm about. But we have investments in other places, and more importantly, we run a legit, very strong, very reputable Amazon business with close ties to our suppliers, distributors, and brands we work with. So to me, that's what's important. But to each his own, and I get it, and I love some of the guys that are out there providing content, and then there's others I don't. But there is some great people out there providing great content as well. What else? We're about to finish it up, guys. We're about to finish it up. Any last questions? Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, how long is the walkthrough? What margin should you look for starting? I think we answered it all, right? My mentor network. I look forward to meeting you. What's your name when you schedule? Let me know. To get some information, like what we're going to do is actually I'll provide you guys the 3 questions you need to ask distributors, the 3 questions you need to ask a supplier, brand, or distributor. AmazonLit.com right now. Put your name and email in there, and I'll send it to you in the morning. That's it. Since there's no more questions, I'm about to end it. If you're interested in knowing how I got to over 2 million in sales on average per month between the channels that I sell on, and you want to know how to do it yourself and become part of our mastermind crew, join us. Anaheim Trade Show, the Amazon Lit Anaheim Trade Show, because we're taking over it. Go to Calendly.com/AmazonLit/Anaheim. We literally have 4 spots. When we start this, we have 4 spots left. We had, how many did we start with? We had 24 spots when we first started, because we keep it very intimate, because we're not going to be walking around with a group of 80 people, and because we want to provide as much value to you. So we had 24 spots when we started, then we were down to 7, then when I began this broadcast we were at 5, now we're at 4, and like I said, the last day to sign up, this happens only once a year, the last day to sign up is Thursday at 11:59 PST, Pacific Standard Time. Be there or not. And that's all I have. Stay lit.